Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth. It's good to have you. Please consider subscribing and turning on the post notification bell if you're a crafter or just enjoy crafting videos. My goal is to grow to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, that's 2022. So please help me to achieve my goal so that I can continue to bring more crafting videos. Today I'm going to be carrying out a test, the hack, where you sublimate on cotton fabric using sublimation and DTF film. I've never done this before. This is going to be a test. Let's see if it works for me. So if you would like to see how I do this and test it with me, stay tuned. So I'm going to be testing out this hack of using DTF transfer film to sublimate on a cotton fabric. And I've got my two types of cotton fabric here. I've just got some samples here. I've got this cotton fabric here, which is 100% cotton, and I also have this t-shirt fabric, which is 90% cotton and 10% elastane. So this one's quite stretchy, so I'll be testing it on this one, and this one is not stretchy. So the DTF film that I'm going to be using is from Amazon. I'm going to link that below. It tells you what side to print on, and I'm also going to be using this DTF powder, which is also from Amazon, and I will also link that below. So let's get to printing. So I'm going to be using my Epson 2720, and I've got my DTF film here, and I will be putting my paper in, or my film in this side, because we have a matte side and we have a glossy side. So I'm just going to try this out and see if it goes through quite easily. If it doesn't, I'm going to try and put some masking tape at the bottom so it feeds through the printer. The important thing to remember is to mirror your image before you print it. I've used Photoshop to set up my image, so whichever program you use to set up your image, you need to remember to mirror or reflect. So it printed out okay, and I'm just going to add the DTF powder now. So I'm going to be now putting my DTF powder onto my image because it is wet. So I've just got some layout powder. I've just got some layout paper underneath to catch any extra DTF powder. Going to sprinkle some on the sheet, on the film. And then I'm just going to cover my image with the DTF powder, being very careful not to touch the image. So the DTF powder is the adhesive and needs to be added to your image while the ink is wet. Okay, so that's now covered with the DTF powder, and it looks quite sugary at the moment. So I'm just going to shake the excess off. And then I'm going to, hopefully without making a mess, pour the rest of this powder back into the bag. So now I'm going to take it and put it underneath the press so that my DTF powder can cure a little bit and become a adhesive. So my heat press is at 193 degrees and I'm just going to cure this DTF powder. So I'm going to put it in with it, the side with the DTF powder facing up, and I'm not going to put the press down, I'm just going to allow my press to hover over it. And that's the good thing about this swing away, is that I can have it hovering over. So I'm just going to place it down like so, and then cure it for about 30 seconds and then have a look. So that was about 30 seconds. So I just want to have a look at it here. So I can see, if we see here, it's changed, I would say, texture. It looks more shiny and the colors are a bit more vibrant. But I'm just going to put it on there for another 20 seconds or so. Okay, now you can see it looks a lot more shiny. It's a lot more shiny now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just cut this, because these are two images, so I'm just going to cut this. I'm just going to prep my fabric and just press it. So the first one that I'm going to be doing is the t-shirt fabric. So I'm just going to lint roll it. Make sure it's nice and flat. And then I'm just going to press that just for a few seconds. Okay, now that that's nice and flat and pressed, I've got some parchment paper here to protect my press. Put it face down. I should be wearing my heat-proof gloves, which I will put on. So putting this on so I don't get any burns. You do not want first-degree burns. Okay, so now I am going to get my image and put my image with this side that's got the ink and the DTF powder that's now cured, so this very shiny looking side. I'm going to put it face down. Like so. I'm going to put some butcher paper on top again. Like that. This way, because now my parchment paper was on a roll, so it's rolling up. So I'm just going to put it down like that. Actually, I'm going to get some tape. So I'm just going to put some tape on just to stop the parchment paper from rolling up. So I'm pressing this for 26 seconds at 190 degrees Celsius. So that was for 26 seconds. So I'm just going to remove the butcher paper, or the parchment paper rather. And I'm just going to wait for that to cool ever so slightly. So I think it's cooled down considerably. I'm just going to feel it with my hands because I've got my gloves on. Yeah, it feels cool. So just for ease, I'm just taking my gloves off. And then I'm peeling off the film. This is very stretchy fabric, and that is what is left. I think I could have left it a little bit longer underneath the press, but this is what it looks like. So because I have to do another press, so I'm going to be pressing this fabric here, I'm going to leave that other one and then press it again. So I'm just going to press this. Before I do that, I'm going to lint roll it to get any fuzzies off. And just press it for a few seconds. And then I'm going to put my image on. Like so. And cover it with some more parchment paper. And I'm just going to put some tape just to hold it down because it keeps rolling up. And then I'm going to press again for, I might, instead of 26 seconds, I might try 30 seconds. It's just super hot. I should have my gloves on. And then I'm going to wait for that to cool down. While that's cooling down, I'm going to set my press now to 160 degrees Celsius and set my time for 10 seconds. So I'm just going to wait for that to reduce in temperature. While that's reducing, this is now cool to touch. So I am going to peel it off. And there is the film. This one released a lot better because it's more faded than that one. So if we do it side by side, so this is the one I used first for the t-shirt material, and this is the one I did second for the 100% cotton. The t-shirt material is 90% cotton, so we can see side by side there. And this is the fabric. It is a lot darker. As you can see, there is no ghosting from what I can see. The image looks quite vibrant with that one compared to this t-shirt one, which is a lot lighter but still nice. It's still transferred quite nicely. The colours are still quite strong. It's just a little bit more pastel-y. So let's just put them side by side. So this one here is the 100% cotton, and this one here is the t-shirt fabric that's 90% cotton. But I did this for 30 seconds. I pressed this for 30 seconds and I pressed this for 26 seconds. So I'm not sure if that is the reason why they look different, or maybe it's the content of the cotton. I'm not sure. But they both look great. So I'm just waiting for my press to reduce in temperature, and then we can do a final press. So now my press is now at 160 degrees Celsius, and I'm going to press it for 10 seconds. So I'm going to do the t-shirt fabric one first. So I'm just going to place it down, and I'm going to protect my press. And put that on top. And I'm going to put my Teflon sheet as well. Press this for 10 seconds. Okay, and here is this one here. So I will zoom in when I press the other one, but it's looking good. And now I'm going to press this one, which is the 100% cotton. Putting more parchment paper on top, because this is sublimation and you don't want it to bleed onto your press and ruin it. So I'm protecting my press by putting the parchment paper. Right, and now I'm going to press it also for 10 seconds. I should have my gloves on, so don't do what I do. what I say, so you don't burn yourself. Right, and that's that one done. Okay, so this one is not stretchy. That doesn't stretch. Here's a close-up look. And this one is the t-shirt material. And let's give it a stretch test. Yep, there's no cracking or anything like that, and it feels like sublimation. It's in the fabric. Wow, that is amazing. And this also feels like it's in the fabric. I can't really tell. There is you can feel it, but it's not bumpy or anything like that. You just know that it's got a print on it. But there we go. So those are the two tests. They worked. I was a bit worried that it wouldn't work for me, but it worked. So I'm going to give you a close-up of both of the fabrics. So here are the two samples. Here is the cotton one, which has come out really dark. That might be due to me pressing it for 30 seconds. And then here is the t-shirt fabric, which I pressed for 26 seconds. And they feel great. And I'm really impressed. I'm not sure which one I prefer. This one seems a little too dark for me because you can barely see the B. I don't know, but it looks good. And then there's that one, which is a lot lighter. So I'm not sure actually which one I prefer. Let me know in the comments which you prefer. Do you prefer the 100% cotton or the t-shirt fabric at 90% cotton? But I'm very impressed. My test worked and they look great. So if you found this video interesting or useful, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet done so, and turn on that post notification bell and click all so you're notified when I upload a new video. And as always guys, don't have a good day, have an amazing day. Till next time, bye!